Sorry about that. It looks like we had a problem with our streaming. If you're joining us late, which you have to be because I just started streaming, the Cyclones have jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Saints are on the power play for minute 6. 10 seconds remaining in the first period. And that'll do it for the first period. Shots on goal in favor of the Saints, 9-8. With the Cyclones ahead on the scoreboard, 2-0. We'll see you back in about 20 minutes. Just about underway here for the second period. Again, apologize for that technical difficulty in the first period. We'll get the power play unit out of Meserich, Sweeney, Kirkenbush, Meyer, and Beschen. Puck's down. We're underway. Ames has it. They'll take it into the zone. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Rebound around the back of the net. Jones will walk it all the way back to his zone. Drops it off there. Kicks it up the middle of the pink. Pink will walk it down the middle. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Looks like that might have caught him someplace that hurts. Like some water to fix the pain in your arm. Stoll looks like he's ready to go. Ames wins the faceoff. Duke plays it around the back of the net. Kirk's got it there. He'll walk it up the far side. Cuts back in front of the bench. Leaves it there for Sweeney. Sweeney's got it on the blue line. Gives off to Beschen. Over to Kirk. Centering pass. Gets through everyone. Sweeney's got it on the far side. Gives it back to Beschen again. Back to Sweeney. Top of the circle. Shot. Tipped wide. It'll wrap all the way around. And go the length. Beschen picks it up there. He'll walk it up the near side. Centering pass. Kirk's got it now. Drops off for Beschen. Shot 4 feet wide of the net. Kirk drops off for Schilling now. Schilling throws it towards the net. Deflected by Meserich. Couldn't finish. Now it's kicked out in front. Kirk with a shot. Save. Rebound kicks back to Kirk. Spins. Top of the circle shot. Blocked in front by the defender. And they'll go the other way. Beschen wraps around the far boards. Ames dumps it back in. Shot. Stoll knocks it up into the netting for a whistle. Puck's down. Nolan Pierce has it. He'll bring it in front of the benches. Wins the race down to the corner. Battle for in the corner now. Saints wrap it back up the near boards. Still laying on Pierce in the corner. That doesn't seem to be legal. Ames now into the attacking zone. Works it down to the far corner. Joe Ross is down there. He'll play it around the back to Cruiser. Ames knocks it back in. Wraps all the way around to the far corner. Ames behind the net. Schilling rubs his man off the puck. Gets by the Ames defender at the blue line. Knocked back up into center ice. Ross tries to dump it in. It's stolen there. Now Weiner battles toward it at center ice. He'll take it into the attacking zone. Has a strip from him there. Goes down into the corner. Long pass out to center ice. Ames player 2-on-1. Shot. Saved. Sent through the slot. Nets off. Puck's down. Sieverding knocks it to the corner. Now it's Kretz behind the net. Kretz walks it out of the corner, gives it to Ruiz on the far side. Hits Sieverding in the middle. Mestrich picks it up. Ames will cycle it back down. And we'll get an icing. Face off to the right of Weaver. Puck's down. Ames controls. They'll wrap it around the far side. And win the race to the icing. Sieverding and Kretz battle for it there. Sieverding walks out with it, gives it off to Meserich. Now it's sent the length of the ice. Dubuque beats out the icing call. Ames centers it. Ames plays it back behind the net. Kicked off the boards there. Kicked out to Sam Ruiz in the slot. Shot blocked in front. Now fed back in. Ames through center ice. They've got a little numbers going here. Shot towards the net. Saved by Stoll. Rebound kicks out. Saints are going the other way. Led by Suk. Suk tears it across the red line into the attacking zone. Drops it there for Sweeney. Sweeney shot. Saved by Weaver. Tries the wraparound. Can't get it out to the middle. Big hit by Ames. Sweeney walks out of the corner. Gets out in front. Poke check by Weaver. Back out to Kirk. Kirk fires it wide of the net. Wrapped around to Beshin. Beshin throws it down below the goal line. And it's cleared out to center ice. Kirk's got it there. Puck knocked loose. Sammy Ruiz will take it behind the net. Wraps it around to the near side. Saints on the attack here. Kirk with a shot. Saved by Weaver. Kicked out in front. Nobody home. Ames is back. 2-on-1. Jones shot. Saved by Stoll. And we'll get a whistle. Rawson for the faceoff for the Saints. Ames wins it. Played down below the goal line. Turn out in front. Shot. Big save by Stoll. Again, fired towards the net. Pierce has got it there. Tries to bang it out. Can't quite do it. Ames top of the circle. Shot. Blocked in front. Now another shot thrown towards the net. Just wide of the goal. Linder's got it there. Drops it down to the goal line. Ames centers. Knocked apart in front. Big slash goes uncalled there. Weiner will walk it up to the near side. Has it stolen there. Centering pass. Nobody home. Weiner's got it. He plays it ahead. Just out of the reach of Pierce. Ames will send it back the other way. We get offsetting penalties here. Maybe some offsetting penalties down there. Offsetting penalties for all my people. Or nothing. We'll get nothing. Just a whistle because we hadn't had one in a while, I guess. Sieverding in for the faceoff. Dubuque wins it. Shot towards the net. Mesrich has got it there. Throws out in front. Net's off. Sieverding in for the faceoff again. Puck's down. Back to Dubuque D. Sent across, but comes out to neutral ice. Now it's Mesrich. Big hit there by Pink. Sieverding carries it into the zone. Ames has got it. Clears it back out to center ice. Offsides. Now we'll get Sammy Ruiz in for a faceoff. Ames wins it. Gets it back. High in the slot. Shot saved by Stoll. Again in the slot. Another save by Stoll. He'll hold on for a whistle. Puck's down. Dubuque has it. Sweeney sends it over to Kirk. 2-on-1. Kirk's got Sweeney with him. Shot off the knob of the stick, it sounded like. Now Suka will walk it down behind the net. Goes for the change on a broken stick. Sweeney sends it out. Kirk with a shot. Weaver with a save. Ruiz in for the faceoff. Sweeney shot, 3 feet wide of the net. Bouncing puck on the far side. Sweeney's got it there. He's knocked off the puck, as is Ruiz. Played around the back of the net. Hard off the boards, out to center ice. 2-on-1. Suk back. Takes him out of the play. Nice play. Ruiz picks it up on the far side. Aims to dump it back in. Delayed offsides. Now they're back into it. Ames walks it down to the slot. Gets tied up there. Things are getting a little physical out here. That's a high stick. Oh, that was a high stick. Nice save on the Sweeney shot. Ames through center ice. Gonna get delayed call on Ames here, and that'll be the whistle. Rawson for the faceoff now. Puck's down, back to Schilling. Schilling walks it to the goal line, or the blue line, I'm sorry, over to Suk. Suk fires it on net. Loose puck in front. Lots of discussion. We're discussing a lot of things after these whistles. Rawson for the faceoff again. Back to Schilling. Schilling's got at the blue line. I'll start the clock. Throwing towards the front. Another whistle. More discussion. And with 1:45, we'll send Sweeney and Meserich and Kirkenbush back out on the ice. Left on the power play. We get Beshin and Meyer back him on D. Puck's down. Ames clears it the length of the ice on the far side. Kirk back to get it. Up to Beshin. Beshin carries it into the zone, hits the brakes there. Turns the puck over just inside the blue line. Knocked back to center ice. Sweeney's got it now, just inside the blue. Tipped loose, comes back out to center ice. Gives off to Beshin. Beshin just inside the blue line. Walks the length. Shot. Saved by Weaver. Lots of screaming for no reason whatsoever. Meserich in for the faceoff now. He's got Kirk and Sweeney with him. Beshin and Meyer back on defense. Played back to Beshin at the blue line. He sends it down to Sweeney. Cross ice pass over to Kirk. Saved by Weaver. They'll try and clear it. Squirts out the high slot. Kirk's got it in the corner. He gives over to Sweeney at the top of the circle. Back to Kirk. High slot. Poked loose, but Kirk maintains. Centering pass. Beshin can't quite hold on to it, and we'll send it the length for icing. Stoll will pick it up there. Still on the penalty kill. Kirk plays it off to the far side. Beshin can't quite get a good handle on it. Now he'll send it up to Meserich, who tips it to the Ames player, who rushes it down the ice. Sends it into the goal line. Beshin's got it there. Plays it back to Kirk. Kirk's pass is stolen. Ames has got it top of the slot, throwing it on Stoll. Stoll tips it to the corner. That'll do it on our power play. Sent out, high slot. Beshin shot, just wide. Ames has got it there in the corner. Rafter on the far side. Schilling will go back and get it. Wrapped all the way back around. Deutsch tries to kick it out of the zone and does. Ames will go back, D to D. High stick. Will stay down and on this end, on the Dubuque high stick. Rawson for the faceoff. Puck's down. Dubuque has it behind the net. Cruiser plays it out of the zone. Ames dumps it back into the zone. Cruiser now behind the net. Plays it off to Schilling. Schilling up to Deutsch. Deutsch kicks it ahead to Ross. Ross and Weiner will come down 2-on-2. Ross takes it wide, heads for the net. Puck gets lost on the side. Now it's Deutsch down in the corner. Played down to Ross. Stolen there by Ames. They'll work it up. Play it out just past Schilling. Sent high into the air to neutral ice. Played back into the zone by Ames. Now it's Cruiser on the near boards. Plays it ahead to Weiner. Weiner carries it into the attacking zone. Tries to break wide. Throws it off the side of the net. Ames drops it back below the goal line. Weiner steals. Tries to walk it out in front. Loose puck. Weiner's got it unconnected. Sends it to the slot. Weaver with the save. And we'll get a whistle. We'll get Ruiz, Kirkenbush, and Sweeney. Puck's down. Drops back to Beshin. Beshin over to Ruiz. Sweeney fires it to the corner. Kirk now battles. Gives off to Sweeney. Sweeney spins. Ruiz loses it behind the goal line. Ames has it there. They'll try and play it out. Jumps over the stick of Beshin. 2-on-1 with Suk back. Oh, one too many passes. Ames still has it though. Pink's got it. Plays it down to the corner. Kirk with a nice steal. Knocks it out to center ice. Ames counters. Dumps it into the zone. Beshin's pass goes unconnected there. Beshin plays it up to Sweeney. Can't quite get a handle on it. Kirk steals it at center ice. Headed in. Nice defensive play to get back. Saints battle forward in the corner. Squirts back to Kretz on the blue line. Nice block shot by Ames. They'll send it the length of the ice for an icing. Ames is doing all the little things right. They're blocking the shots. They're taking simple dumps of the puck and forechecking it. Making the passes simple, not elaborate. Just the little things. It's probably why they're up 2-0. Saints still in favor in the shots, 23-14. Puck's down. Ames wraps it around the near boards. Kretz throws it towards the net. It's wide. Now a slow roller. Again, Ames just got a piece of it to slow it down. Now they'll take it wide. Shot towards the net, deflected up into the netting. Schilling and Cruiser will head out on defense. They'll play behind Sieverding, Meserich, and Meyer. Puck's down. Ames fires it deep. Goes all the way back behind the goal line. Schilling's got it there. Wraps it around to the far boards. Now it's played down low. Ames still battling for it. Just content to knock it deep. Maintain possession. Cruiser's got it here. Plays it up the near boards to Sieverding, who gets it out. They'll send it back in. Stoll plays it off to Schilling. Schilling wraps around the back of the net to Cruiser. 2 minutes left in the period. Linder now out in front. Cole with a nice stay, or Colton with a nice save. Blech. Ames puck in the corner. Knocked it off by Schilling. Sent up the middle by Meserich. Meserich will carry it through center ice. Loses as he comes into the zone. Ames plays it back in the corner. Automatically removing a player's helmet is a 10-minute penalty. But they're going to give him a roughing call. Ross in for the faceoff now. Puck's down. Sweeney gives back to Beshin. Back to Sweeney. Shot. Save. Centering pass is blocked. Sweeney's got it on the near side. Battled there. Meyer comes in. He'll carry it out to the blue line. Drops it off there. Pink grabs it from Ames and sends it to length. Stoll will stop it below the blue line. Goal line. Played up. Kirk gets it ahead to Ross. Centering pass is stolen by Ames. They'll send it down. 50 seconds left in the period. Stoll will stop it behind the net. Plays around to Sweeney. Sweeney walks it up the near boards. Carries it. Shot. Saved by Weaver. We really need to stop shooting it directly into his chest. That doesn't appear to be his weakness. Ruiz in for the faceoff. Back to Suk at the blue line, over to Schilling. Schilling fires it on net, deflected in front, off to the corner. Ruiz will pick it up there. Ruiz back to Schilling. Schilling from the blue line, shot, tipped in front. Ruiz in for the faceoff now. Ames wins it, sends it to length. 18 seconds left. That'll just about do it. The Saints might get one more rush out of this. Schilling picks it up behind the net. Long pass out to Ruiz. Ruiz carries it into the zone. Shot. Weaver gloves it down with 2.3 seconds left. Saints will pull the goaltender just to make Colton skate all the way to the bench before the period. My money is Ames wins the faceoff, and this is all a moot point. Ames wins the faceoff. This is all a moot point. After 2 periods of play, Ames with the lead, 2-0. Shots on goal in favor of the Saints, 25-15. Take a break. See you back in 20 minutes. Just about ready to start here for the third period once I put some time on the clock. There we go, 17 minutes. Puck's down, we're ready to go. Meyer gets it back to Kirkenbush. Kirkenbush will wheel, drop off for Beschen. Beschen will carry it through center ice. Across the blue line, hit the brakes a little too early. Forced everyone off sides. Mesrich in for the faceoff again. One all the way back to the Dubuque zone. Beschen will go back and get it. Takes it behind his own net. Sends it up to Sweeney. Sweeney cross ice pass to Kirk. Kirk runs it down, takes it into the attacking zone, centers it to Meyer. Bouncing puck. Meyer's got it there. Shot wide of the net. Wraps around to the near side. Linder beats the race. Big hit by Sweeney. Now it's Beschen in the corner. He'll try and send it up. Played back down the boards. Ames has got it there. No, now it's kicked out to center ice. Mesrich pushes the issue down below the goal line. Ames pulls it off the far boards, sends it out. Nolan Pierce picks it up just in front of the blue line. Ames plays it out to neutral ice. Head to Hance. Shot towards the net, saved by Stoll. Nolan Kretz will advance it down the ice. Across the red line, hits the brakes. Takes it across the blue. Shot from the top of the circle, knocked down by Weaver. Now Ames coming the other way. Pink sends it up. All the way down to the corner. Pink will battle with Nico Ruiz there. Knocked off the puck by Ross. Weaver knocks it down at center ice. Now it's Pierce. Can't quite get a good handle on it. Sent back out to neutral ice. Ames carries it back in. Negates the offsides. Ames towards the net. Saved by Stoll. Weiner's got it there. Gets around one. He'll carry it across the blue line. Drops it off. Stolen there by Weaver. Weaver plays it back to neutral ice. Sukachov doubles back to Beschen. Beschen fans on the passing attempt. That was a fake, not a fan. Centering puck. Stolen by Ruiz. Knocked to the slot. Now it's played to the corner. Ames will win the race there. Centering pass. Knocked back down. Just a lot of ping pong effect going on here. Puck's bouncing back and forth. Now we've got it. Ruiz carries it across the blue line. Takes it wide. Drops it off for Kirk. Kirk shot. Aerial puck up into the net. Nope, just short of the net. Ames on the near side. Plays it out to the middle. Weaver dumps it in. He'll go for a change. Stoll stops it there. Leaves it for Suk. Suk carries it around the back of the net. He'll advance it up the far side. Just out of the reach of Sweeney, it'll go all the way down behind the Ames bench, or behind the Ames goal line, I should say. They'll bring it out through neutral ice. A little too hot to handle there, and we'll get an icing. 13:45 left in the third period. Bad guys 2, good guys 0. Ames with the faceoff. Plays it back around the back of the net. Sweeney's got it there in the far corner. He'll walk it back to the blue line. Gives down to Schilling. Ames collects it behind their own net. They'll play it up the near side. Cross ice pass. Off to Wilson. Wilson hits the brakes. Shot deflected up into the netting for a whistle. Puck's down. Ames controls. Shot towards the net. Loose puck. Kicked aside by Stoll. Out Schilling up to Meyer. Meyer across the red line. Takes it into the zone. Fires on net. Weaver with the save. Pink corrals the rebound. Sends it out of the zone. Out to neutral ice. Cruiser plays it off to Kretz. Back over to Cruiser. Hops over his stick. Oh, Meyer's got it there. Cruiser picks him up. Backhands it up ahead. Gets it to Meyer. Mesrich picked up the wrong foot. He was onside and had to get out of the way of Meyer. Picked up his back foot. Forced him off sides. Puck's down. Knocked into the zone. Ames has got it there. They'll drag it out to center ice. Chipped in. Stoll uses a stick to knock it down to the ice. Sent up the middle. Benny Meyer's got it there with a little speed. Stolen by Ames. Knocked back in. Now Ames at center ice. Takes it in. Dumps it on net. Saved by Stoll. Kick to the near boards. Wilson's got it there. He'll force it down below the goal line. Played ahead to Meyer. Meyer's got it there. Takes it into the zone. Throws it on net. Weaver kicks it behind the net. Ames flies it to the near corner. They'll send it all the way out. Knocked out the puck there. Ames has got it on the far side. Jones walks it all the way out. Center ice. Takes it into the attacking zone. Shot. Saved by Stoll. He'll hold on for a whistle. Rare appearance of the third line. As Joseph Ross, Corbin Deutsch, Cade Weiner step out. It's been a 3-game weekend for the Saints. So some tired legs got to be starting to creep up on them. Deutsch knocks it down the boards. Now it's back up. Deutsch kicks it out to center ice. No, held in there. Now Beshan's got it. He'll send it up to Deutsch. Deutsch gets a stick on it to avoid the icing. Chases it down in the corner. That's going to be a trip all day. Back in the penalty kill. Puck's down. Mesrich fires it out of the zone on the faceoff. Ames will go all the way back to the Zam doors to pick it up. And they'll send it up to center ice to Pink. Stolen there by Kirk. He'll send it back down. Pink's got it at center ice. Cross pass to Linder. Linder snaps one off. Blocked by Suk. Suk's got it in the corner. Ames plays it back to Jones at the blue line. Sends it across to his D partner. Sent down to the slot. Nice poke check there by Stoll. Ames walks it in the slot. It's stolen there, and Dubuque will send it to length. Weaver will stop it, leave it behind the net. Long cross ice pass goes up to Wilson. Centering over to Pink. Pink shot, popped up in the air. Knocked loose. Ames shot, top of the circle. Just wide of the net. Walks it in. Loses it in the slot. Reverse, Wilson shot. Blocked in front. Now it's Jones at the blue line. Gives off to the near side. Shot, saved by Stoll. Clearing pass. Jones knocks it down, but not enough. He'll go all the way back to get it at the goal line. Cycles behind the net there. Tries to play it up the near side and does. Stolen by Schilling. Schilling dumps it in. His shot is blocked. Ames with a nice pass. Pink's got it just inside the blue line. Walks around a couple. Drops it off there. Down to the low corner. Shot saved by Stoll. Wrapped around the near side. Ruiz has got it there. Gives off to Meyer. Meyer carries it into the zone. Shot wide. Weaver tips it to the corner. Ames now behind the net. They'll play it out. Up the near side. Long cross ice pass. Back to the Ames defensive zone. Sent back out to center ice. Ames with a little time on the delayed offsides. They'll set up shop in their own slot. Walks it up, right up the middle. Wrapped around to the far side. Sammy Ruiz sends it over to Meyer. Poked off his stick. Battle for it center ice. They'll just dump it in. Not chase it at all. Sweeney in with a shot. Weaver's got it under his... I'm being told he didn't have it covered. But the ref blew the whistle, so it really doesn't matter. Offsiding penalties. .21 for Dubuque. That's Carter Kirkenbush. And some other guy for Ames.
Offsetting penalties here on both teams. We have number 21, Carter Kirkenbush for Dubuque. 2 minutes for roughing. 91 for Ames. Isaac Flory, 2 minutes for roughing.
Isaac Flory, that's who it was. They don't put the number up on the scoreboard for intermediate period or offsetting penalties. Puck now on the near side. Sent out to center ice. Schilling's got it there. Schilling has it poked loose there. Ames fights through to center ice. Cody Cruiser now has it. Spins away for one man. Sends it up the boards. Now sends it up to Sweeney. Sweeney kicks it ahead to Meserich. Meserich has got it just outside the blue line. Tries to dump it in. Top of the circles. Gives off to Weiner. Weiner's shot is blocked. Ames sends it high off the boards. Schilling runs back to get it. And we get a high stick. And a penalty, it looks like. Meserich has got a penalty for something drastic because he's out for the game. C.J. Mueller will head over to serve Cal's penalty. Which isn't on the board yet. So we're waiting to see if it's a 2. Scorekeeper doesn't know what the penalty is either, so I don't feel as bad. 2-1 in favor of the Cyclones here with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third period. The Saints are thinking about getting back into this game. That would be a great time. Maybe a shorty here.
7:15 remaining, third period. We have a 5-minute major and game penalty on number 14, Palin Mesrich, for a high sticking.
Never mind. It's a 5-minute power play that we're going to have to face. Getting back to this game just got a lot harder. Puck's down. Ames has it. Cleared out of the zone. Played over to Ames on the near side. They'll walk it into the zone. Taken all the way down to the corner. They've got control there. Out to the blue line. Linder's got it. He'll walk it to the top of the dots. Shot. Saved by Stoll. Now it's Pink at the blue line. Shot deflected in front. Seeing some doubling down here on the shorthanded. That's a shot. Nice save by Stoll. Jones at the blue line. Sends it down. One-timer. I can't tell from here. The net may be off. We'll get Ross Sweeney, Sammy Ruiz, and Nico Sokocha out to kill the 4-minute mark of this 5-minute power play. Puck's down. Ames controls. Sends it back to the blue line. Now it's down to the far corner. A little too much hot sauce through the center there to be caught. Sweeney's got it. He'll bring it down the near side. He's got Ross with him, 2-on-1. Sweeney with the shot. Goal! Cuts the lead in half, 2-1. Puck's down. Sweeney again on the far side. Shot saved by Weaver. Ames spins around. They'll get out of their own zone. Pink shot just wide of the net. Picks up his own rebound. Circles behind the net now. Gives off. Pink's got it at the top of the blue line. Sends it back. Blocked in front. Joe Ross now. Ames will advance it back up the ice. Right down the middle. Now Ames has got it back in their own defensive zone. 2-on-1 here. Meyer shot, saved by Weaver. Another shot, save. Puck's still loose. Jones walks away with it. Long breakout pass all the way up. That's Wilson down to the corner. High pass, glove down. High slot. Shot, saved by Stoll. Sweeney takes the faceoff. He'll carry it out of the zone. He's 1-on-3. He's got Kirkenbush in the slot, though. Sent up the middle. Flory steals it. Ames will come the other way. Into the zone. Flory shot. Saved by Stoll. Beshin long pass. No icing to worry about. Ames will collect it behind their own net. Reverses it back to the far side. 4 minutes left in the game. Long Ames pass up the middle. Flory's got it there. Walks it down the middle. He's tripped up. No call. Ames down the near side. Kirk's got it there. Puck jumps over the stick. Benny Meyer's going to pick it up at the faceoff dot. Shot saved by Weaver. And we'll get a whistle. Sebring in for the faceoff. Dubuque control, sends it back to Besson. Besson wraps it around all the way down below the goal line. Ames has got it on the far side. They'll play it up. Out of the zone. At to neutral ice. They'll take it into their attacking zone. Works it wide down to the corner. Now it's back to the Ames point. Wrapped down below the goal line. Hit him in the helmet. I could hear it from here. Ames has got it now in the neutral zone. Takes it into their own attacking zone. Loses it. Benny Meyer presses the issue. Makes life hard for him. Ames plays it up. Out of the Dubuque zone. Back to neutral ice. Besson sends it up. Ames knocks it down there. Jones sends it around to the far side. Back behind the net to Jones. Ames taking all the time in the world back on their defensive end. Now they'll rush it up. Linder brings it up the near side. Cuts across the middle. High slot shot. Saved by Stoll. Rebound. Kicked all the way back out to center ice. Ames dumps it in. Delayed offsides. They'll tag up. Shot right through the middle. Mueller steps out of the box, serving Mesrich's penalty. No ice. Dubuque will send it up. Held in there by Ames. Dumped in all the way back around to the far corner. Sukachov's got it there. Works it from around the back of the net. Ames swoops in, holds it in just before it goes out of the zone. Now it's battled for in the near boards. Big hit there. Joe Ross comes in. He's got it now. Takes it into the attacking zone. Drops it back to Sweeney. Kick behind the net. Kirk's got it in the corner. He'll send it the length of the ice for an icing. 1:30 left in the game. If only I had a timeout that I could call now. Oh, look, Dubuque called the timeout. So the Saints will have an empty net with 1:30 left. Joe Ross steps in for the faceoff. The referee gets the skaters in the back with look, your shoes are untied. Puck's down. Sweeney gets it back to Beshin. Beshin fires it towards the net, saved by Weaver. Back to Sweeney on the half boards. He walks around one. Gives back to Sammy Ruiz below the goal line. Tip loose. Back to Beshin at the high slot. Kirk can't quite pull the trigger there. Draft around to the near boards. Shot through the crease. Again, deflected in front. Now it's beyond the net. Ames has it. Knocked off the puck there. Benny Meyer sends it out in front. Linder has it. Aerial pass. Held in. Saints lose the faceoff. Goes all the way back. Bastion will go back to get it. Now it's Kirk, picks it up below the goal line, sends it over to Beshin. Beshin cross-ice pass over to Sweeney. Sweeney on net. Ames tries to get it out, and they do. Sends the length of the ice. Wide of the net for icing. Timeout Ames. And they don't give you store credit for it at the end of the game, so might as well use them. So 26 seconds left in the game here. In regulations, at least, I should say. Face off to the right of Weaver. Dubuque net still empty. Joseph Ross in for the face-off. Puck's down. Back to Beshin at the blue line. Sends it towards the net. Saved by Weaver. We'll do it again to the left of Weaver. Ross in for the face-off. Ames wins this one. They'll play it to the corner. I forgot to start the clock. Backhanded out to center ice. Gets by Ruiz. Ruiz sends it all the way down. Ames gets it. They'll take it behind their net. That'll do it.
And that's the final horn. Ames 2, Dubuque 1. Shots on goal, 36 for Dubuque, 26 for Ames.
So final score, Ames 2, Dubuque 1. Ames wins in shots, or Dubuque wins in shots 36-26. That'll do it for another weekend of hockey here in Dubuque. We appreciate you tuning in. Saints are in Mason City next weekend. Hope to see you there.